And here we ruddy go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I hope you're doing well, mate. I really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea news, friend. And yes, stuff is indeed popping off. Incredible high-profile stories and headlines all over their gaff today on Football Therapy. Chelsea have seemingly got their man, or Pochettino's man, in Manuel Ugarte. What's going on there? Christopher Nkunku, Chelsea forward, wins the cup with a goal and an assist in the final. Kai Havertz being pushed for incredibly hard for Real Madrid to replace the confirmed outgoing Eden Hazard, who is now a free agent. Ooh la la. It's going to be a good video. Strap yourselves in, but first, take a moment. Right, we're in the terrifying age of artificial intelligence. You need protection and liberation. Unfortunately for you, I am sponsored by the VPN Surfshark. That's right, ruddy high time. You've got a virtual private network VPN to use on all your devices, and there is none better than my partner Surfshark. Jump aboard 2023 and protect yourself from the digital pirates out there that are trying to steal your identity, money, and digital stuff. But don't just keep yourself safe. Liberate yourself. Open up more media, entertainment, and education. Many of you would have been locked out of certain pieces of media before because you're not in the appropriate country. But because a VPN service moves your computer's IP address, its location, you can choose where you want to go and then open that piece of media. Surfshark literally gives you the key to the world. Let's be honest, we all love a TV show and movie binge on Netflix. Many of you would have exhausted your respective country's library. Fortunately, you can use Surfshark to travel to a new location, not literally, and then get a whole new library of media. I do this with the UK to USA and check out what they're showing at the time. Super simple, slick, and fast. Surfshark is very affordable, but when you use my code FOOTBALL, you get an additional 3 months free. 3 months for free when you use my code FOOTBALL. Super simple, gang. Simply click the link in the top of the description of this video to go check out Surfshark now and take advantage of this fantastic deal and finally get that VPN you've been sorely lacking. Lovely stuff indeed, ladies and gentlemen. It's about time you got a VPN. Check it out, mate. Deep breath. So yes, of course, Chelsea need to do a lot of business and things are popping off very quickly now. Manuel Ugarte is Chelsea's primary defensive midfield target, and it does look like Chelsea have got their man. Multiple reports coming out now following reports in Portugal from Record, which is a news publication out there. You must excuse my illness once again, but I'm on the mend, hopefully, touch wood. So we know the situation. We're going to look at his scouting report in just a moment. Excellent Uruguayan young central defensive midfielder that Chelsea have scouted, but then Pochettino, once he'd had more conversations with the Chelsea hierarchy, he made it clear that this is his dude. He wants this guy. I mean, especially once everyone knew Declan Rice was off the table. And it looks like we've got this guy. Of course, we had two main suitors that were prepared to pay the buyout clause of £52 million. One, of course, is Chelsea Football Club, and the other is Paris Saint-Germain. Now, the player himself has previously reported and stated wants to come to the Premier League. I don't think he's got a particular affection to Chelsea, but he wants to play at the highest level in the Premier League. And Chelsea are currently the most obvious option offering that. He was linked to Liverpool as well. But Chelsea are the ones that made an assertive effort, and of course, Pochettino has been on the phone to the player himself. The only sticking point was Chelsea originally offered €2 million net, when Paris Saint-Germain, of course, backed by Qatar, offered €5 million net. Now, this is just too much of a disparity here, so Chelsea managed to negotiate and wiggle their way up a little bit to 3.5 million. Of course, still 1.5 million less a year than PSG's first initial offer. But the player has not only rejected more money from PSG, has rejected guaranteed trophies of PSG, has rejected European football with PSG. He's rejected all those things, and he's chosen to come to the Mighty Blues, Chelsea Football Club, and join the project, join Mauricio Pochettino's team and his plan, and essentially live out his dream and playing in the Premier League. Now, whilst this isn't confirmed and pictured to be signed, reports are suggesting he's agreed a 5 + 1 year deal, and that really the things that are being left to look at are really minor things, like elements of the deal to be ironed out, stuff that we shouldn't be concerned about. But you might be asking me at this point, right, if we are to assume, and this deal is to be done, what kind of player do we have on our hands? Well, let's take a look. So this is his scouting report here on FB Ref. I'm showing you his strengths. And there is a lot of 99 percentile stuff here. So he's amazing for passing. The top two, look at his 99th percentile, which is pass completion medium, shot creating actions from defense, tackles 1, tackles mid-third, tackles attacking third, which as we know is incredibly important in the Premier League, these high turnovers. Dribblers tackled, still in the 99th percentile. A dribbler's challenge, nearly 5 per game, 99th percentile. And still, of course, really, really important, tackles and interceptions, nearly 7 per game, remains in the 99th percentile. And still in the 98th, the 97th, the 95th, he's in loads of really positive metrics. This guy's young. He is young. He is 22 years old, and just not even 2 months into that yet. He is fits the bill perfectly. Chelsea would give him a 5 + 1 year deal. They're not going to give him the Enzo Fernandez 9.5 year deal, or the Mikhailo Mudryk 8 year deal. It's a 5 + 1, should we believe the current reports that are circulating at the moment on social media. Look, man, this is really, really good news. Ultimately, this is a profile of player that we so desperately need. And if we are to believe reports, it's a player that the new manager really, really wants in Mauricio Pochettino. So we should be excited about that. This is a really amazing initial building block for what is such an imperative rebuild. The Evening Standard is reporting Chelsea have now clinched the signing of Manuel Ugarte, reports claim. So the Blues have been pushing hard to beat PSG for a deal for the Sporting Lisbon midfielder, who has been backed as an early summer target by incoming manager Pochettino. Ugarte is now set to become Pochettino's first signing at Stamford Bridge. They say Chelsea will pay 60 million euros for Ugarte, with another 5 million euros on add-ons. So slightly more than the release clause, perhaps. But, ultimately, it was the player agreeing to join a club. I think both PSG and Chelsea were happy to pay what was needed to get him out of Sporting. Now, before we talk about forward madness, we should all salute Christopher Nkunku in his final game for RB Leipzig. He played in the Pokal, which is the cup final, against Eintracht Frankfurt. Scored the opener, fortuitous deflection. Excuse me. Don't buy a ticket though, do you know what I mean? And he did some wonderful bit of play for the second goal. And, presumably man of the match in that game. Yet again, he already finished the season as top goal scorer. He does look very good. I watched that game. I enjoyed the second half. Yeah, he very much occupies that left-hand channel. He likes to run wide and drift in very quickly and score goals, essentially. And I think, hopefully, Mauricio Pochettino will utilise that well and get the most out of him. But yeah, he looks mustard. And as Fabrizio Romano is confirmed yet again for the umpteenth time, last September he had a secret medical. Last December he signed the contract for Chelsea. And now the season's finished with Leipzig. He will be unveiled as a Chelsea player imminently. So, something to get excited about. Before we talk about Havertz and Hazard, let me know. Remember to comment as you go. Good opportunity that if you've come this far, you like the content, and if you want to wish me healing from my illness, please do drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Let's move on and talk about Havertz and Hazard. So my heart goes out to him. Eden Hazard. He might retire. He might go for one more club. Excuse me. Real Madrid have confirmed he's not going to see out his final season at Madrid at the Bernabeu. and he's taking a big pay cut. He's just taking it basically to tear up his contract. They saved him 7 million euros by him agreeing to this termination. This is super, super sad, man. It wasn't supposed to go like this. Yes, it would have hurt to see him ball out for Real Madrid, and like, you know, one of your best players going and doing better elsewhere is just pain. But no one wanted to see him do this. Like, I think everyone wished him well, and for him to actually have such a torrid time, whether it was injuries, whether it was the club being unfair to him, whether it was him just not dedicating himself appropriately, we'll never really know. It could be an accumulation of all. No one wanted it to go like this. He's a free agent now if he does decide to keep going, if his injuries aren't that bad. Many romantics will reference, bring him back to Chelsea. Pochettino will know a lot about Hazard, of course, ending his title hopes in the Battle of the Bridge. I just don't think he's, I would have had him back a couple of years ago. It's just too tough now. But the Real Madrid have confirmed his exit. He's leaving the Bernabeu. The number 7 shirt will be vacant. And whether Karim Benzema leaves or stay, Real Madrid are pushing very hard to sign Kai Havertz. Well, he might take the number 7 shirt, who knows? We spoke about it yesterday. Ancelotti loves Kai Havertz. Perez is a big fan after watching him perform against Real Madrid in the Champions League 4 games in recent years. He is just, he's, maybe more than that, 6 games? Wait, hold on, we played him again this year. Oh yeah, because we beat them, we played them 6 times recently, because we beat them when we won the Champions League. The following season, we were 3-0 up in the Bernabeu, that game, when we bottled it at the end. Well, we didn't bottle it, it was magic from Benzema and Modric, really. And of course, we got eliminated from them this season. Yeah, I'm sort of sick of seeing Real Madrid for a little while now. Anyway, Perez really wants him. Ancelotti really wants him. They all really want him. And he will ultimately absorb the space now made from Hazard in wages. But they will have to put a big bid in for him as well. Chelsea and Pochettino will consider selling Kai Havertz for big money, because they're doing essentially what they're doing with Mason Mount. If they see an opportunity to just make loads of profit on a player that's not necessarily vital, Chelsea think they can replace Mason Mount with all these other super young, talented midfielders they've got, and maybe they can. And Kai Havertz, I'm a big fan of both Mount and Havertz, despite at times frustrating. But I think Havertz will be so good for someone, and maybe it could be us. But he has been here for a while now. He's shown glimpses, but maybe it's just not in the Premier League as this forward. Playing off Benzema, you could imagine some beautiful link-up play in La Liga. And to be honest, I think he wants to stay at Chelsea. I think he likes living in London with his girlfriend and his dogs and stuff. But if you said to him, look, it's been tough for you, which it has, do you want to go and sign for Real Madrid and play with Benzema? He'd probably go, well, I liked it here, but, now you come to mention it. Like, come on, let's be real here. So he could go to Real Madrid. Chelsea will sign a striker. We've got Nkunku, Bruya, other Mudryk, Madueke. I know these are wingers. Sterling will stay and be the senior sort of wide forward. Maybe it's fine. I mean, at this point now, when you finish 12th, are we 12th in the Premier League? I don't even know anymore. When you finish 12th, you get to the point where just rip it up. Yes, it will hurt to see Mount go. Yes, I am a big fan of Havertz, and I think the raw potential there is immense. But at the same time, we finished 12th, rip it up and start again. If you want good players, don't worry. We've got good players, and seemingly we will continue to buy good players. Great, I trust the ownership for that. If there's one thing you trust is they will just keep buying good players. Fans want that. But in terms of ripping up and start again, maybe you do have to just sell these big stars. Anyway, it's tough, man. It's real tough. Let me know what you think, though. Comment down below. I'm going to be reading these comments all day. I'm very interested in people's thoughts on Havertz, Hazard, Mount, Ugarte, and Nkunku. So please do consider dropping a like, commenting and dropping a like. I am obviously sick still, so you must bear with me. Do go check out Surfshark though, because that is an immense deal. Click the link in the top of the description to do yourself that favour. You can probably tell I was less ill when I filmed that ad. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.